Morning traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So a couple of things playing out here. So the first one is that was my previous swing high, or my previous inside tail, and we did get through it on the daily but came back. We formed a range bar. So what I would be looking at right now is looking at the top of the bottom of that range bar and waiting for a break either way. There's two ways of looking at this. We've had a really strong move up. So it's a move, pullback, move, pullback, move, pullback. So I would expect this to continue. If I look at my oscillators, they're agreeing with me. So the stochastics are grouping sort of apart. You can see a slight rounding starting to happen here. So if we do get a crossover and they apart like this, then your next move is pretty much on the cards, and that would be that kind of thing there. Okay, now one thing to bear in mind, and I keep saying this, is the DAX loves channels. Okay, and there is your channel. Okay, so you had a bit of a wedge. There it is there. Broke out, and it has formed a parallel channel. It happens so many times, and it's something that's worthwhile watching, especially when you're trading against the trend. So, the overall trend is up, pullback, up, first move, pullback, second move. And almost, and if you do some research on Elliot's wave, you'll see 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1. Okay, you get the picture. So anyway, and it just bodes well with my story of threes. But anyway, you can see exactly what's happened. So what you could expect is a move up, double top, down, forming a bigger range, and then a breakout, or it could break through the range to the downside and then have a deep pullback. But anyway, that's on the daily at the moment. So let's just get down to the levels that we want to trade. Now on the 3 hour we do have a bit of a crossover, but look at our oscillators with an inside bar here. Okay, not really off a level that's close by. That's the level we're looking at there. There's my previous swing high, and you can see we did get through it, came back, kind of, we can't even say we targeted that. There's no real level here, so it's really just that fractal that we bounced off there. But it's not the level that I'd be looking for. So anyway, let's just leave it in for now. And the next thing I want to do is, there is my those are my current levels, and that's on the 3 hour. So I do have a gap to the downside. I've got my oscillators grouped, so this is indicating that I have a potential pullback, but moving averages are pointing up. So I would kind of expect this to continue. But what could also happen here is, if you look here, shoulder, massive head, I need another pullback and another retest of this level before breakthrough. And then that's going to give me pretty much this kind of thing. Okay, which brings that inside tail into play, as well as this one here. Okay, so that's our 3 hour view, but let's look to see what else is going on. So it's still pretty volatile on the 1 hour. Nothing really here on the oscillators on the 1 hour that's telling us anything. It's kind of rally all over the place, rally all over the place. So I expect that to continue, to be honest. And you can see we are flirting with the 200 moving averages. So 200 EMA is a light purple, and 200 simple moving average is the blue. And you can see why I've got them on the charts, because they often hold up price. Okay. So nothing really I can see here except to say that trend is still up. This inside bar more than likely indicating a bit of a pullback. So any sort of dip is what you want to be buying at the moment on the hour. Just keep your stops below the previous fractal. So if we get below this fractal, then I would sit it out, wait for some more structure, because then I'd expect a deeper break. Okay, but if we sort of open flat, which is what's looking like going to happen, dead flat at the moment, 12,402, which is pretty much, we close at 12,407, so it's just around here. Okay, so I suspect if we can hold that, then we can move to the upside. Okay, the other thing that may happen is we do break the downside is we form a bigger channel. Down, form a channel, which does make sense as well because we do have some inside tail there, down to this area here, and that's an opportunity for buying. Okay, so what I'm saying is if we get down to 12,350, that's a worthy buying spot for me with a stop loss below 12,295, is it? Yeah, 12,295, so call it 12,290 would be my stop area, and that would be my deep pullback bottom of a new channel, and then I'd be looking to take profit at the top of this channel. More than likely somewhere around 12,460. Okay, second scenario, that's the first one. Second scenario is that this wedge holds. Okay, so it doesn't turn out to be a wedge, but it does hold and it starts moving to the upside. Then I'll be looking for a long, anticipating a head and shoulders breakout with a stop below 12,350. If we get above 12,460, then my stop would come all the way up to this area here, which would be 12,400. And then I would anticipate that this move continues. Okay, so before we close off, let's just have a quick look at another strategy, ichimoku. So the ichimoku on the hour, as I said yesterday, we were in the cloud expecting a breakthrough. We've got the breakthrough of the cloud. So it's not impossible that we come back and test the break, which would then make it a wider channel. Okay, we've got a twist in the cloud, so bullish signal, and this above price is a bullish signal. It needs to get through the cloud for the bullish signal to continue. If we get to the 4 hour, you'll see we've got a coming together of Kijinson and Tekinson. We're at the bottom of the cloud. So I'm expecting either a slight move to the downside, and especially looking at this pin bar here, I am expecting a move back to the downside before we get it along. And I think that's the most logical area there, which is 12,377. Okay, and all that does, if I do that, so there's two ways of doing it. So there's the one way, and there's my other way. So that's my channel. So looking for a pullback to here. Could also be, could also be deeper. Sort of come down to this area here. But I do suspect that we're going to get some kind of sideways motion or more, still continue with the volatility before we get through this cloud on the 4 hour. Once we're through on the 4 hour, that's a different story. Okay, and you can see the absolute bottom is obviously going to be this low here. But looking at the daily, the trend is still up. So you should be looking for opportunities to get long. Okay, I just don't see a clear-cut opportunity on the higher time frames. It does exist in the smaller time frames, and that's what we should be trading. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Really looking for a long entry, and yeah, just looking at ichimoku. I may actually just trade the ichimoku today on this because I've got some clear stop areas, especially if I'm on trading sort of the half hour like this. The cloud level here is my stop loss, and you can see what I'm talking about. There's a level I'm looking to get in with a stop below the cloud, so that's a really nice 28-point stop loss. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's my view at the moment. May not happen like I'm expecting it, so we may just be flat here and start rallying, but in that case I'll jump in on it with a stop below this fractal. Okay, so those are the two scenarios. Hope it helps you, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.